Hello, I'm Greg Harrison with the USDA Market News Service here in St. Joe, Missouri with the National Feeder Cattle Summary this week, filling in for Corbett Wall. Compared to last week, feeder cattle sold with a very uneven trade this week. We have a lot of varying trends depending on what part of the week sales occurred, locations, and quality of feeder cattle. Starting out the first part of the week, two of our largest auctions in Oklahoma City and Joplin sold calves mostly in that $2 to $5 lower range, and many auctions following the same trend, ranging from steady to $3 lower, steady to $4 lower. Then in other cases, especially in the South Central Plains states, especially in reported auctions in Kansas, they were pretty much steady to $3 higher. And in the Southeast regions, feeder calf markets sold pretty much steady to $4 lower. Marketings for feeder cattle are slowing down, and in many cases calf orders are spotty. And in talking with several reporters this week, they made a comment that there were several preferences for steers over heifers. Quality of feeders is also very uneven. We're seeing many feeder cattle calves, especially carrying flesh, and a lot of plainer type calves. But the higher quality calves with the vaccination program behind them, and they're still being sold with good demand and are readily absorbed in the market. Looking at last week's sharp losses on the CME that were brought on by the case of BSE in California, where all big losses were reclaimed on Thursday of this week, as live and feeder cattle futures were near limit higher, anywhere from $2.50 up to $3 the limit higher on Thursday of this week. And this week's beef export sales were 9% higher than last week. It's still about 8% below the 4-week average. But the beef export sales came in at 16,800 metric tons, and this has to be reassuring for markets, for buyers of our U.S. beef that are going to foreign markets. We are now into the month of May, which is the best part of the year for meat sales. We need the consumer to be able to continue to purchase meat, but demand is spotty at this time and is only as good as the amount that will be bought by the current purchasing power of the consumer. Looking at box beef cutouts, they're holding their ground this week as movement does remain light, but still trading at or near that $190 level on choice product this week and last week. Direct slaughter cattle trade occurred on Friday afternoon, with Kansas trading steady with last week at $120. Texas also at $120, which was about $1 higher than last week. And in Nebraska, dress sales trading steady at $194, and a few regional sales also at $195. And just touching a little bit on our corn planting, it remains at a brisk pace with 53% of the corn acres planted. That's the second highest total for this time of the year, next to in 2010, which was at 68%. Some of our more notable states, Illinois is reporting 79% completed, Indiana 70% completed, and Ohio 57% completed. And looking at some regional weighted averages this week on feeder cattle, looking at the North Central region, 600 to 700 pound steers traded right at about $3 lower at $166.77. 700 to 800 pound steers traded about $1 lower at $150.72, and 800 to 900 pounds traded about $1 lower at $142.39. Then going to the South Central regions, 500 to 600 pound calves, well, they traded steady with last week at $176.74. 600 to 700 pounders trading fully steady with last week, really about 50 cents higher at $161.63, and 700 to 800 pound steers trading about $1 lower at $147.65. This is the end of your market reports. Corbett will be back with you next week. Catch more of our markets on this website. Have a good week. Thanks for listening.